Hey guys, this is John from podcastforthewind.com. Today we're going to be looking at the Rode psa1 boom arm and the Heil PL2T boom arm. These are both professional grade microphone stands. As you can see here, they're both clamps. They both come in the option to have permanent mounting. As you can see here on my older desk, I have pre-drilled holes, which I no longer use, mainly because I do move my microphones around a lot. I move my studio around a lot, actually, but I basically just decided to go with the clamp base style of mount. Okay, so let's start off with the Heil PL2T. The build quality on this thing, we're going to go on a scale of maybe 1 to 5. I would give this maybe a 3.5. Nothing against Heil, they make amazing products. But I have to say that this arm would almost be perfect, except for a couple of things. Well, let's start with some of the positives, and we'll go to the negatives after, the pros. Okay, here are the pros. This arm, as you can see, the cord does go underneath. Apologize, I have like a racetrack behind my house. This cord does run underneath the arm itself, this sleeve, which I do have tied down with a couple of these Velcro straps, and it can run underneath these and then down the back of the microphone, which you can't really see too well here, but they do run down and of course into my mixer board. So that is a pro. That is, I like to be able to hide the cables, and that is a definite pro. Now con. I have had very little use of this microphone, the stand so far, but I have to say, moving it around feels, you have to be very careful with it. You feel like you're gonna break it if you bend it too much. And right out of the box, I almost noticed some like creaking. You can't really hear it too much right now, but when you're recording a podcast, or if you're doing any kind of broadcasting of any kind, and you have to move your microphone, you don't want to hear any background noises, especially if you're not using a noise gate on your mixer. So right there, that is definitely a con. You don't want to hear any background noises like that. So that's a con. Another pro though is that you do get the Heil branding. Now Heil is a good company. I've been using Heil now for just under a year with the Heil microphone here. This is the PR40. Great microphone. So you do get good quality products, and I'm sure they do have a pretty good guarantee on their products, a good warranty, I should say. But that microphone stand over here, I'm going back to the Heil PL2T stand. Yeah, it just feels flimsy. It doesn't feel stable, and I don't like that when it comes to my microphone stands. So this is actually not the first microphone stand that I purchased. This is actually the second one. I decided to go with the kit for the PR40, and so I bought everything off Amazon, of course. And yeah, to me, it didn't feel as good as the original stand I had owned, which is the psa1. This is the Rode psa1. So I'll just kind of give you guys a little look-see. They have the Rode Velcro strap there. Just kind of go back down here, and here's the clamp for the Rode. This takes up more space. It feels sturdier right off the bat. It uses the same system where it's just clamps from the bottom onto the desk and then onto this wider stand space, which is, in my opinion, you feel more comfortable using it. You don't feel like you're going to break it. Okay, so let's move up here a little bit. Con for this one here, I would say, is, as you can see, I have a lot of loose cable. It does not give you the option to hide the cable, like the cord itself, and that's a bit of a con. But I guess with the right kind of cable ties and straps, you can probably avoid that. That probably won't bother you too much. But as you can see here, I do have it kind of strapped down, the cable going to the mixer. So yeah, that's definitely a bit of a con, but nothing that doesn't really bother me too much. Now, build quality wise, this thing is sturdy as a rock. I've had this stand now for about 2 years, and I'm moving it around and I'm not hearing any anything like creaks or any squeaks or anything like that. This is actually a bit of a modified Rode stand. What I have here, right here, is actually from another Heil stand I bought because I really like this neck attachment that goes down to the microphone, which I can show you a little bit here. That goes directly into the microphone and then clamps onto there because I'm not currently using a shock mount on this microphone. So that's just nice to have. So I did kind of modify this a little bit. This came with just a nub maybe about this big, not much bigger than that, so the microphone didn't have much room to move, so I just added that and modified it myself. But yeah, that's pretty basic. If I was to recommend a microphone stand to anybody, I would say, especially if you're going into like the professional grade, or if you're taking your hobby just a little bit further, I would definitely recommend the Rode psa1 for both build and strength quality. I feel like it's going to have a longer lifespan as well. Ease of use, they're both pretty comparable. You can't really say one or the other is going to really make your live show more difficult. But right here is your Heil. And like I said, if you decide to go with Heil, it's not a bad name, but you're definitely going to be looking at, I think, a little bit more background noise when you're doing your live broadcasts or just your pre-recording podcasts. So recommend a noise gate if you're going to be using the Heil. Okay, so let's see here. So yeah, the stand, the Rode, I would definitely give a 4.5, maybe a 4, mainly because of the fact that it doesn't come with this little extension piece on the neck, which I really like. So that I think that would have given it a 5. That's a definite convenience for me to have. And for sound, like, you're not going to get any background noise for this guy. This thing is sturdy and it's strong. No squeaks. I haven't had to add any grease to the elbow or anything like that. And extension wise, both microphone stands, they both come out about the same. I want to say they come out about 3.5 feet. I'll get a bit of a better shot of that. So from where I sit, which is right here, the microphone comes out to about here. So I'm just back up a little bit here for you. So as you can see, when I'm at my desk, I can pretty much record from anywhere in this sitting area. And this one I actually use just as a backup mic. If I need to walk around, I use this CAD GXL 2400, I believe it is. And it's a condenser microphone, so it picks up noises from a further distance. So it does come to use, but it's pretty rare. But it's nice to know I still have it. It's kind of my go-to microphone. I've had this one since almost day one. It's a beauty. So yeah, I can definitely recommend both of them, but the Rode just a little bit more. So Heil, if you're listening, if you're watching this video, there's a few tips there, you know, just to give you, because I really do like your product. But Rode for the win. Thanks for watching, everybody.